Hey friends, welcome to my YouTube channels. Today I am going to discuss the impact of the elastic body or impact of the body because body may be elastic, may be plastic. So, but impact, what is the meaning of impact here? It is a phenomena of collision of two bodies. Two bodies once will collide together and occurs very small period of times during which the two bodies exert a large force of each other. So see this with example. Suppose this two ball is there. If both ball velocity v1, velocity v2, mass m1, mass m2, before collision, this is there. This is the positions. After collisions, what will happen? They will collide very small interval of times, and some impressions will come. You see, you can able to see some impressions will come. So this is called during collision. Before collisions, these two bodies there. During collision, some impact will be there, both will go, but this collision will be very small interval of time. So what is the collision of the two bodies which occurs very small period of time during which the body exerts a large force. When the large force exert, once they collide, a small interval of time, but they will exert the large forces and impressions will be this. Then after impact, what will happen? Both will separate each other. During the very small interval of time they will collide and they will repel. They will repel V1 dash, V2 dash. So what is here? Before collision, before impact, velocity V1, mass M1, velocity V2, mass M2, two bodies. During the collision. After collisions, what will happen? They will separate. So what is the velocity? V1 dash and V2 dash. So what is the differences they are telling? Again, you look here. So that means impact is a phenomena of collision of two bodies which occurs very small interval of times and they will exert a very large force and again it will go to the separate, they will separate to the exert the last one and then again separate to the each other. So that is called V1 dash, V2 dash. So this is the concept. So what two formula to solving like these questions for competitive exams, two formula will be there. Will formula will be there. Laws of conservation of momentum. So what is the laws of conservation of momentum? Laws of conservation of momentum. So what is this meaning of this? So here we'll see velocity m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equal to, after impact what is, m1 velocity will become v1 dash plus m2 v2 dash. What is v1? First ball velocity, first body velocity, second body velocity. After impact, v1 dash is first body velocity, v2 dash second body velocity. This is the equation number 1. Now another equation will be there, eccentricity, that is called coefficient of restitution. Coefficient of restitution. That symbol we are taking A. What is this definition? What is this? Relative velocity after impact. What is this relative velocity after impact or relative velocity of separations you can say. Relative velocity of separation. So we'll see. Space not there, I will write a small coefficient of restitution. We'll write the shorter. Coefficient of the symbols will be E. What is this one? Relative velocity of separation. Relative velocity of separation. Then divide by relative velocity of approach. Relative velocity of Look here. So relative velocity F at separation, that is after impact, and relative velocity F at approach. So relative velocity of this separations will be there. Separation see this directions also. If direction this way now positive, direction this way will be the negative. So velocity of how to remember the formula? What is the velocity, relative velocity of separation? So see this V2 is going this direction. So this first will take the V2 dash, then minus V1 dash. V1 dash is negative, so bigger value minus smaller. That means relative velocity, bigger velocity minus smaller velocity, nothing, relative velocity, each other. So E is equal to relative velocity of approach. See the approach now V1. V1 is positive, so we'll write V1. V2 is negative, so minus V2. So this way we can remember the formula for the coefficient of restitution. So two formula, if you know, we can solve what type of question they will give, we can remember. So here, if body is, three cases will be there. First, if body is elastic, then coefficient of restitutions will be 1. If body is plastic, then E is equal to 0. And third case, what will be there? Third case, suppose some value they will give. E value they will give something which is less than E value, which is less than 1. Maybe anything less than 1, generally they'll give, or anything. So three cases problems will be possible. So if you remember the formula, laws of conservation of momentum, what is? Before impact m1 v1 plus m2 v2, and after impact m1 v1 dash plus m2 v2 dash. So here, according to the given questions, v1 v2 may will come positive or negative. That according to the given questions only we'll see. So okay. So now I taken one example problem. So what is the problems I taken here? One sphere of 1 kg mass moving at 3 meter per second. So suppose this velocity, this the given velocity v1 given 3 meter per second, and mass the given m1 equal to 1 kg, this body 1. Then this given velocity 0.6 meter per second, and m2 the given 5 kg. So mass given m1 v1, m2 v2 given. Now what they are asking, a sphere 1 kg moving at velocity of 3 meter per second collide with another sphere of the mass 5 kg in the same direction. That you have to see in the same direction. That means directions now I am going to give in the same direction. See here, both are going in the same direction. So this what I told, v1 v2 and v1 dash v2 dash will be positive or negative according to the conditions it will come. So now you see here, this is v1 is here positive, v2 also will be the positive only, both cases positive. So always that condition, see, moving in the same direction. So moving in the same direction. If the collision is perfectly elastic, so perfectly elastic body now, for elastic body, coefficient of restitution is 1, or coefficient of restitution E is equal to 1. So this E value the given 1, because perfectly elastic body, so E is equal to 1 the given. Now they are asking find the velocity of after impact. Velocity of body is velocity after impact. So now first we'll write laws of conservation of. So here applying laws of conservation of momentum. What is m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 v1 dash plus m2 v2 dash. this first formula I write. I told only two formula will use, we can solve the question. Now substitute this value. M1 is 1, V1 is 3, plus M2 is 5, V2 is 0.6. So 0.6 you can write, which is better. 6 equal to M1 is 1, V1 dash I need, M2 is 5, V2 dash I need. So this if will solve me, how much will come? 0.30. So we'll see how much we calculated this. Six. So check it. One calculator always value you always you check it. Don't believe the. So 3 5 into 0.6. How much coming? 3. 3 plus 3 6 is equal to V1 dash plus 5 V2 dash. Give equations number 1. Now you write the coefficient of restitution formula. E is equal to, we know, relative velocity of separation. So here V1 dash V2 dash directions I don't know. So that formula will write itself. V2 dash minus V1 dash divided by V1 minus V2. So 1 is equal to, E value is equal to 1. V2 dash we don't know. V1 dash we don't know because we have to find out. V1 I know. 3 minus V2 is 0.6. So what will come? 3 minus 0.6, that implies 2.4 is equal to V2 dash minus V1 dash. This is equation second we know. So equation 1 and equations 2 we know. Where we write when? Now equation 1 and equation 2 we know now. So this will write the equation 1 and this is the equations 2 we know now. Equation 1, equation 2 we know. So V1 dash plus V2 dash minus V1 dash equal to 2.4. Now what we'll do? We have to solve this two equation from equation 1 and 2, or add equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and equation 2. So what will come? Add means, see, 6 plus 2.4, 8.4 is equal to V1 dash, and here minus, okay, first you write this one, V1 dash plus 5 V2 dash plus V2 dash minus V1 dash. So see here, V1 dash get cancelled, 5 plus 1, 6. So 8.4 V2 dash equal to 5 plus 1, 6. 6 V2 dash. So one steps if you want to write, you can write here like this. You can write here like this. Okay, write one steps. So 8.4 is equal to 6 V2 dash. That implies V2 dash equal to 8.4 by 6. 8.4 by 6. So its value is coming, if you divide, this value is coming approximately 1.4 meter per second. 1.4 meter per second. So see this plus is came. Plus came na, directions you give like this. That's all. Directions keep like this. Substitute V2 value. Substitute V2 dash value in equation either 1 or either 2. Oh, okay, 1. So you will get the V1 dash. V1 dash you will get minus 1, I think so. V1 dash minus 1 meter. Minus 1 meter per second. 1 minus coming, just give the directions like this. So see here. Now, after the impact, what will happen? V2 dash direction is coming positive. So V2 dash will go this side. V1 dash will come another side. So this is the answer for that question. So now look here. So this is the V2 dash answer, and this is the V1 dash answer. So they are asking velocity after impact, V2 dash plus V1 dash. Now look here, like these questions, if you are understanding these two formula, or you remember these two formula, coefficient of restitution, you can solve the whatever question they will give here. So according to this negative and positive V1 problems itself will give. Okay. So okay students, watch this video, share this video to your friends and subscribe the channel, so that way we can get the motivation and we'll give the new video always, so you can get the benefited. Okay. Thank you.